So I just bumped into Dax Dasilva, who is one of the co-founders of LightSpeed, and they just received very recently, I think it's one of the biggest investments from outside Canadian venture partners into a Canadian company with Accel Partners, right?
That's right.
Congratulations,
Thank
this is
you.
exciting.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we're really excited and really excited to be here at Startup Fest. We were talking earlier, we haven't really been that much in touch with the local community because we've been sort of nose to the grindstone for the 7 years we've been in business, and the investments kind of like connected us somehow to the local tech community that's sort of excited that a Montreal company has had that sort of outside sort of interest. So we're happy to kind of share how we got to where we did at the festival, and it's an unbelievable event. Philip has done an amazing job.
Definitely, Philip and his team has really pulled off another international startup festival.
Yes.
And so, what has the process been like? I mean, you've been quietly working away, building this wonderful business, and suddenly you're the talk of the town.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of fun. I mean we've for 7 years we've kind of like, I would say that our heart and where this company comes from is very Montreal. I'm from Vancouver myself, but I fell in love with the city, and a lot about the company is inspired by the city. But the other element of the company is the Apple community. And we're very, very lucky to have came about in a time where Apple just really took off. So our roots, what we've been doing for the last 7 years, is really, we've spent a lot of time connecting with the Apple dealers, with the Apple consultants, across 30 countries. We have a dealer network of 400, partners in addition to our 55 staff. So, we've been reaching out, but, more a little bit globally. And now we're kind of excited to make some local connections too, to the up and coming companies, and see where we can help and where we can learn too.
So for all of these startups that are here, who are really at the beginning stages, further back from where you are, what kind of advice would you best give them?
I mean, I did a little presentation on like kind of the 5 things that we did. The 5 things that were successful for us. I mean, it doesn't apply to everybody's business model, but one of the key things I think that was really key for us is, and I think people lose sight of it when starting a company, is sales. There's a lot of tech companies where, that'll come later, but I think that we were able to not take funding and be profitable for 7 years, well, except for 1 year, but because we had a lot of R&D that year. But we were able to profitably grow this company because we were very, very serious about selling software. And one of the best pieces of advice we got very early on was to quadruple our price and to not deliver software until we were paid for it, and so we were very, very old school, and so there's a lot of very high-tech business models where you're going to make money later through advertising or whatever. Be old-fashioned and sell some goods and services. I think that's something that an investor, if you're looking for seed funding, is going to get excited that how to generate revenue, and then maybe the seed funding is to go a little bit beyond what your plans are. But there's some pride in being able to cover your operating expenses with your own steam and your own efforts. So I think that's a key thing, I think, for me.
Definitely. So for everyone who doesn't know about LightSpeed, could you tell us a little bit about it? Yeah,
so we're a retail platform for stores and chains. Sort of small, single stores or chains of 2 to 15 stores. We have about 10,000 stores around the world running on the software. 1/3 of that's in the last year, so we're growing quite quickly. And what our platform does, it's on Mac, iPad, on mobile, on e-commerce. What it does is it allows stores to have that Apple Store magic. One of the retail phenomenons of the last 10 years has been somehow Apple's become the leader in retail. They've opened three, I think it might be 500 stores now, and they're doing something that nobody else has ever done. They're making, I think it's like $17,000 per square foot per hour, something crazy. But they've got a formula that everybody's trying to figure out. And we've partnered with Apple over the years to and we watch what they do, and we're inspired by what they do, but we're delivering that technology and to regular retailers that are really under the gun in this age of e-commerce. More and more of the current generation is buying online, and so retailers really need engaging experiences in their stores to get people off their couch and into the retail store, and it's got to be an experience that's memorable. And I think the Apple Store does that. You go into the Apple Store, and it's almost the opposite from what you would expect from a technology company. There's so many people so many staff in the Apple Store. There's a flood of blue shirts willing to help you. So they've really, what's wonderful about it is that it's really brought the human element to the front and armed the humans with technology that just gets the customer buying more and gets the customer really excited about the process, and it's efficient. They can be out the door, but they didn't end up buying an iPad. They bought an iPad plus 4 things. So the retailers are all trying to figure out how to do that, and that's what LightSpeed allows regular retailers who aren't Apple to do.
Well, I'm sure you're going to be an amazing success story, and it's been really great meeting with you.
That was an amazing meeting. Thank you.
And thank you so much for taking the time. Good luck with everything.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm here at the International Startup Festival, and I just bumped into an amazing startup founder, Claude from Nexology. Hey, Claude, how are you doing?
Great. We love Startup Fest.
It's doing really well. What do you think about it so far?
I think it's just the next step after last year. Last year, Startup Fest was really important for us. We kicked ass. We got the best demo table, and it was really a launching pad for the success we had in the year. And I think this is a very important event for Montreal, and I'm glad to see that it got bigger, it got better, it got more fun.
So what's happened to Nexology since then?
Well, last year we were, I think, 4 people. We got extra funding. We got more, so we have about a big round now of love money. We got some major revenues in, and now we're up to 10 people. And so we won more awards. We were at the CIX. Getting the recognition here got us more stuff at the CIX. That got us more recognition. And then PricewaterhouseCoopers featured us in their technology forecast for 2012. So that's getting us clients, real revenues, and we're confident that we could probably be Montreal, if not Canada, Montreal's first $100 million social media company in the next 3-4 years, if all goes well.
That's awesome, because that's what they were saying at the CVCA conference just a couple of months back, that we're looking for the Canadian $100 million company. All right, so Nexology, you analyze Twitter feeds. What does that mean?
We actually analyze all social data, so we could go through Twitter, Facebook, Google blog search, any custom data feed that's created by humans. So what we do is we actually calculate something called the interest graph, which is how we extract concepts, and they are able to show how thousands of discussions in one graph. And we can pull out the interest, then we pull out tons of analytics from that. But all automatically, no humans.
Wow, so what happens about Twitter feeds that are not done by humans? There's some robotic social networking going on soon.
Yeah, it's already a huge problem. In fact, if you look at Newt Gingrich's Twitter followers, only 8% are humans of the 3.5 million he has. So yeah, and our software helps you spot the non-humans and eliminate them very quickly. So we basically, in the very short pitch, is that we solve the social data overload problem.
So it's a war between the humans and the non-humans, and we're going to win.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. It's an ongoing war. When you look at how last year Google had to change its ranking algorithm to take care of the problem with the content farms. So you heard that thing about JCPenney? Well, that was essentially that's the kind of war that's being waged, and I don't think that's going to stop anytime soon.
So what's next on the horizon for you guys?
Well, now we're doing a round. We're doing a Series A round. We're looking for about $2 million, and then we're hiring. We're basically going to flip from an R&D company to a sales company.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing what happens. It's been great getting to know you, Claude.
Super. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you.
Ciao.